Genesis X3 took place from February 13th to the 15th. This event was stacked. Talent from all around the world came into Genesis X3 to show off their strengths and earn top 8 at the Rivals of Aether series finale. If you don't know, Genesis was the end of the Rivals Championship series and caps off the rankings for the first season. 263 players attended Genesis, but only one could win the event. Let's talk about the top players who could take the event home. Going into this event, we had Cake Assault as the first seed. With no club around, Cake was the favored player to win due to his 5 major winning titles and a set win percentage of 87%. Cake's one major concern was the second seed, Ion. The winner of Heatwave 8 and Riptide 2025 entered as the second seed, with Ion's last 3 of the 4 encounters of Cake being in his favor, as he won Riptide and Heatwave over the Forest Burn. That could prove difficult for Cake Assault. And you may go, well, Mr. King, sir, what about the third seed? Could that player beat Ion? Well, of course it's possible, but unlikely, as the third seed would be Beastly, one of, if not the best Zetterburn player in the world, with wins on Cake, Rangunchu, Spargo, ZB, and Stango. Beastly came into the event with quite the climb, but was willing to prove himself as not just the third place bandit, but the man who could steal the major away. Coming in as the 4th seed was the best Clarin in the world, Rangunchu. Ron has always been top, but just like Beastly, he was never the winner, always coming in 2nd, 3rd, or 4th, like at Let's Make Big Moves 3 weeks prior, where Ron lost to Cake in Grand Finals and True Finals. But just like Beastly, he was looking to shake it up at this event. So let's get started. Before we truly get started, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, because my cat was one of the worst people I've ever met, and I want to skin her alive. What is that? Ignore my mess of a bed, but what is that? She bit my monitor. She bit my monitor. She bit my... I think all cats go to hell. She literally bit the forbidden food. I'm poor and I need help, so make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and use code Kincaid in the Rivals of Aether 2 store. Alright, let's get to the video. Yippee! Launching into Winners Top 32, there was a fleet of upsets. Fleet mains and co-mains put their pedal to the metal to find their mark on the event. Let's start with Galvan main Mystery Soul, who would challenge Stango and defeat him 3-2, using a mix of Galvan and Fleet to seal out an upset factor 2 win. Stango would fall to Kai, yet another Fleet main, 3-0, and an upset factor 4 win. Kai would move forward with this momentum and defeat Full Street 3-2 and yet another upset, this one only being a factor 1, before Kai's 4-set losers run would come to an end by losing to ZB for 9th. Another Fleet player who made quite the upset would be BBAT. The best Fleet in the world would come to the event as the 9th seed, but BBAT's would be damned if he got anything lower than 7th. Getting top 32 winner side, BBATs would upset Safilo 3-1 before challenging Cake Assault in winners quarterfinals. BBATs would end up winning the set 3-2 and topple the king of the Aether and an upset factor 6 win to move on to the winner's side top 8. With Cake and losers bracket, the stage was set for Ion to sweep the bracket. And wait, what the? Go Ant, go! He's gonna do it! Oh my god, he's dead! After defeating Zeus to Goose 3-1, Ant would move on to challenge Ion in yet another Crag match, and would win in an upset factor 4 win to enter top 8 and toppling not only 2 fantastic players, but 2 fantastic players who play one of Alsa's worst matchups. In losers bracket, Cake would use Fleet to beat Zeus 3-1, while Ion would fall to Safilo 3-0 for 9th. With Stango and Ion not in top 8, this allowed 2 players who were not seeded for those placements to sneak on in. ZB, the Crag main since Rivals of Aether 1, would make it to top 8 as the 10th seed, along with BB. Sandstorm would also enter through loser side top 8, after losing to ZB 3-1 and going on a loser's run by defeating Elkies, Sly, and Mystery Soul. So if you are not following, our top 8 is Safilo, ZB, Cake Assault, Sandstorm, Beastly, Ant, Rangunchu, and BBATs. Losers would go by without a hitch. ZB versus Safilo would start and... Okay, let's check out Cake versus Sandstorm. Cake, being the loser's bracket demon that he is, would quickly 3-0 Sandstorm with quick execution and DI that forced Sandstorm to play a bit more creative, but he just simply couldn't adapt fast enough. Alright, now, ZB versus Safilo, and holy shit, bro! Is that Sonic from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? God damn! After a 20-minute set, ZB would close out Game 5 with an edge guard, granting Safilo a 7th place finish. Now, let's hop over to winner's semifinals and watch B-Bats versus Rock Gun.
Well, the counterplay is you're supposed to DI in on the down tilt or up tilt that sends you off stage, you know, so you can avoid the neutral B. But unfortunately, still not the best position to be in each way he DI. But of course, should be it. Yep, B-Bats. Not down and out just yet, but of course, the mountain is there. Can you climb it?
Yeah, and he left the floor hug into down strong, but gets knocked a little bit too far back. And the parry into side B, doesn't even go for the extra tipper, knows that he has it locked up into winners finals run Gunshoe.
That was cold.
B-Bats would close out Game 1 with a solid edge guard, but everything after that was the Ron Gun show. Ron would enter winners finals with a parry into side special. The man who has been denied being a tournament champion over and over enters winners finals, awaiting the winner of Ant versus Beastly. Ant was on a roll for day 2, beating not one but 2 of the best Krags in the world to make it this far, while Beastly was prepared to gain his first offline major win. Let's see how it goes.
Just great advanced state from Ant right there. And oh, you're seeing the shines from Beastly, man. Such good control, and that should be it. Yeah, it is. And you see Ant in the corner. He knows he's so close, but Beastly just creeping up behind. The hunting lion is there, man.
Beastly, a lot of dash dancing right now, does get called out for it. But, I mean, Ant is a hair of advantage right now, and it turns around immediately off of this Beastly combo. And has not been finding as many openers this game. He's really been relying on the stage to do a lot of work for him, but he might be dead right here. No, fights his way out of the corner, engaging and almost getting caught with that forward B. Oh, but now Ant has got his hands on Beastly, no follow-up, but that will do it 102% after the hit. Beastly finds the up strong, and Ant is sent into the loser's bracket. And showing a lot of emotion here, you could tell how much this means to him.
It's literally just the nature.
And with an electric Game 5 set, Beastly would hunt down Ant and claim the set with a fire up strong. Ant would move down to losers to face off against Cake Assault. But could Ant stop losers run Cake? Let's take a look. Why is Beastly sitting back down? Due to time issues and Genesis having computer setbacks, both sets for loser Swifts would be played off stream in a room where nobody could watch. So that's cool. Thankfully, both sets have some sort of recording, with B-Bats versus ZB being recorded. So let's take a look at that. With a 0 to death and a solid edge guard, B-Bats would 3-0 ZB to move on and face off against the winner of Ant versus Cake. Thanks to Shannon streaming on Twitch, her link is in the description, we are able to know that Ant would reverse 3-0 Cake for 5th. Hey guys, this is a small change of plans. Shannon doesn't have the VOD anymore, but I have Coach Zeke watching Shannon's VOD the day of Genesis. So shout out to Zeke, his link will be in the description, and shout out to Shannon, her link will be in the description. Enjoy.
Dude, oh my good golly god, the knockdown. Oh,
that's it. That's it. Oh, he hit Cake on accident.
He kind of hit Cake by accident. Holy shit! Wait, yo. That was okay.
Okay, he did it.
Dude,
Ant did it.
So guaranteed new major winner now.
Yeah.
Now, Ant would face off against B-Bats for 4th. Before that set, let's take a look at winners finals between Ron Gunshoe and Beastly.
So good for Ron Gunshoe so far, just being able to get out of the corner a lot of times. But Beastly's still been able to track him down, still able to find another confirm here and gets this grab down. Resets with the down air, not quite enough to get the confirm.
That air is huge.
Gem pop there. Oh, I almost thought Beastly fastball to his death, but it's just enough. We have Beastly in winners finals with a winners side of grands with a 3-0, and that means he can no longer get third place.
Winners finals would end with a 3-0 in Beastly's favor, using his Olympia to claim the set, while Ant would defeat B-Bats and move on to face off against Ringochu in losers finals.
Oh, and there we have it. Ant 3-0, electrifying performance once again. And
Losers finals would be a close Game 5 set, going in the favor of Ron Gunshu. Ron would move forwards to face off against Beastly for first place and the availability to be crowned your Genesis X3 champion. Let's see how that set plays out.
Mine.
for a game that could have been over already, perhaps Beastly is getting a little nervous that Rangochu might make this comeback because you've seen how crazy he is when he finds his confirms.
Maybe you should upbeat, man.
I'm saying it could have been the difference maker.
Sandstorm, man, can you coach our boy a little bit?
Here it is.
All right, yeah, double down. So see, look,
and
there.
that might be it. The
Again,
second
yeah.
one.
Why does he always go for the second jump?
You got to do it later, right? It's just getting nervous, right? Because you're like, yeah,
And
you got a
off
sweet
the
spot.
top,
You got a sweet spot to double jump.
Here is your Genesis X3 champion, Beastly, 3-0 on Rangochu. What an...
And in the end, Beastly would win 3-0 against the best Clarion in the world, and win his first ever offline major. Going into this event, many people figured it would be between Cake and Ion, but in the end, it was Rangochu and Beastly who rose to the challenge. Could these two be the future? Is the era of Cake Assault finally shaken to its core? Only time can tell as we move forward and go towards the second year of the Rivals Championship Series. My name is Kincaid, and I'll see you cool kids later.